How are you feeling with all this?
I'm okay.
You look great.
Just okay.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this real short. Here's the problem with going, 8th out of 9, 10 speeches is all the good material's been used up for the most part. A lot of my jokes the other people stole already, so I was going to be really funny. But I'll just keep it short instead. I love these guys. I'm so happy that they asked me to be part of the big day, and I really feel grateful that we're all able to be here and do this together. And I was going to try to be funny. I'll just get serious real quick. Doug is the most, I don't know, a lot of you probably know Doug. He's wearing gray. He's next to the woman in white. One thing about Doug, once you get to know this real soon after meeting, he's the Stephen Closier's for a second. He's the most loyal friend a person could have. He really is. I don't have anyone that could even closely compare. It's one of the traits that make him such a wonderful friend. He's loyal. He'll do anything for you. He'll give you the shirt off his back. We've already covered some points here. He's courageous, optimistic. He's not quite as good looking as some of his closer friends. He can be a little loud, especially on his second or third beer. I don't know if this is a fun one that maybe some of you don't know. He has a real unhealthy obsession with nacho cheese. It's kind of a fun fact. But it's been a pleasure being able to be his friend over these many decades. And I look forward to many more, buddy. And obviously you got this from your family. Your whole family's like this. JT, Carrie, Ann, you just see it. They're all just wonderful people. Like I wasn't always the angel I am today. Some people even could argue that maybe I was a corruptive force in Doug's life and for a short time, but they'd be misinformed. And yet, Doug's whole family has always been nothing but great to me, and I appreciate that. And it's easy to see, how Doug got made. Not the specifics, but the long view. And we have a question. Oh yeah, well I'm getting to that. I was going to cut it out of the speech because I didn't want to cry, but yeah. It's also been really nice getting to meet the Lemons too. Bob and Sandy, great to meet you both. Bob and Matt had us up to their cabin. We did a bachelor party at the Lemon cabin there on the lake, and bachelor parties can get a little weird. People can die. This one got really wild. The first night we played Scrabble till almost 11. It was crazy, man. Remember that? I ate a whole bag of Cheez-Whiz. Well, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And so one thing that I noticed out here was a picture, an old wedding photo of a couple lovely redheaded people. It's a beautiful photo. Looking great. And sometimes I'm not sure what Heather's hair color is, but I'm pretty sure, having met all these other people, that it's red. It just is. And I married a redhead a little bit ago, so I just have this is already getting longer than I'd hoped. Well, I'm gonna, just a little bit of advice on the redheaded ones. And I'm not an expert, I'm learning every day. It's hard. Two small tidbits. If the argument has been, the fight, let me take a punch. If an argument has begun, you've lost. It's over already. You don't have chips. And if you choose not to heed that, I would suggest, and I don't know if it's, no offense, honey, I love you. Just play dead. And I don't mean metaphorically. Actually lay down on the ground in a ball. Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 2-3 hours, an afternoon, and then just let it blow over, and then get up at some point and be fine. You might not have that problem, because as far as I can tell, well, I'm not there all the time, but every time I see you, I love Heather. She's fantastic, and I can't think of a better person to be with you. And part of the reason that I say that is obviously, the kidney thing. When I live in Madison, Wisconsin, I wasn't able to come see you all the time. And the one time I did, my dad was having some health problems too, and I was in town to see him at the hospital. Doug was I won't say lucky enough to be hospitalized at the same time, but I was able to,
worked out well for you.
Visit everybody. And the amazing thing about that, and I'd been spending a lot of time in hospitals at the time, was how much fun we had in there for just it was a 15-minute visit. You guys might not even remember because we had so much stuff going on. We talked about hey, lunch. That's an interesting subject. Talked about that for a while, but mostly we laughed a bunch and hung out. And Heather was completely positive, upbeat, the perfect kind of rock that you would need in that situation. We've already discussed your many wonderful attributes, Doug, so we don't need to revisit those. But I remember laughing a lot about your struggles peeing. And in a situation like that, I can't think of two people who could have done something like that any better than you did, and I think it probably bodes well for the rest of your life together, right? So how about these two? Cheers, everybody. Thank you.